What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Atomic Dom's Garage. You know, we don't always get to work on the fridge body in this little chop shop, so other things get our attention other than Kid Croyle back there. I don't know how much stuff I've used on those old rusty nuts, but I will tell you, I've used a ton of it. Anyway, today we are going to fabricate a bracket for the seat for the Sporty. So I don't like the way the seat sits right now, and I am going to do something different. All right, seat project. So my space is a little tight in this garage, but I've seen other guys do it, so I'm not going to complain. Anyhow, here's what I've got. So this little bracket a friend of mine made allows the seat to like fit onto this where this tank mount is. Well, I'm not liking that, so it kind of, and when you get on it, you just kind of slide right out of the back of the seat, you know? So I want this to lay down this way. So got some handy tongue depressors, popsicle sticks, whatever you want to call them. And I'm going to mock something up so that I can lay the front of this down, and then that seat will sit in there nicely, because that's too big of a gap. That should be covered. So I don't really like that. But the seat, it's made like a boot. I believe I got that from Mother Road Customs out of Missouri. I love this thing, and believe me, seat that thin will definitely keep you alert on the road, because the potholes in this town are absolutely terrible. All right, so here we go. Not real rocket science here. Basically just lopped off the ends and made it match what my tongue depressor mock-up looked like. So once I got those ends cut, rounded them on the grinder, welded them back to the tab, and then I reassembled the seat, and then it was pretty much done. It sits a little lower, as you'll see in the video coming up. Alright, YouTube, so I'm going to finish off this seat bracket project. As you can see, we did a little welding, and we shaped our bracket a little bit better, and we got the nose of that seat down. What I did discover is it didn't really get it down as far as I had hoped, but these little stoppers back here are just barely sitting on the frame, so I may need to make a bracket that pushes these over and sits squarely onto that frame. But this has a little lower profile, and it's painted, so there you are on the seat bracket project. Later. So, since we're focusing on the bike today, we're going to talk about some trends that I see out there that I think some people need to take notes on. Alright, so the 72, the tank lift, very popular move, right? They're raising their tanks 2 inches to get this Frisco style look, right? And they're also relocating the ignition and the coil. However, when you raise your tank 2 inches, an inch, whatever it is, you're pushing that filler neck lower than the top of that tank. So what I'm saying is you're reducing your fuel capacity. If you've ever ridden this bike, you know that you can't go very far anyway, and I think the factory spec on it is somewhere 2.2 gallon possibly. I've never put that much in it, and it's been on walk, if you know what I'm saying. But anyhow, they're just saying that's what it holds. So if you're going to tilt your tank, you are going to reduce your tank capacity. So fuel bottle on board, or just prepare yourself ahead of time for frequent stops. Alright, coil and ignition. I removed my coil to the other side of the bike and put it where the horn is, right? So delete the horn, add the coil. Pretty cool. I like that idea. Although the ignition, I'm going to keep the ignition on this side of the bike. I have an issue that if they're in a situation where I can't let go of the clutch and I have to turn the key off, it's on the other side of the bike. I can't really reach around there and do that. So I'm going to keep it on this side of the bike. I know what you're thinking. Hey, dumbass, why don't you just hit the kill switch? Well, I never hit the kill switch. I can't tell you how many times I've been stuck on the side of the road because that switch is stuck in the off position. Not doing it, don't do it, won't ever do it. So it's entirely up to you. You can probably just hit that switch and turn the bike off. You're right, you can. But like I said, I've done that before and not been able to get the bike back on without some wrenching. So I learned my lesson. I'm not saying it'll happen. That's old technology in there, and if it did it to me back then, it's probably going to do it to me today. So I'm going to keep my ignition on this side of the bike. Do what you like. I think that's it. So I dug up a shot from the other side of the bike where I relocated the coil to where the horn used to be. Added some cool cotton braided spark plug wires, gave them a little twist, left them extra long. Have fun with this stuff, man. It's your bike. Make it your own.